I lost $30,000. My girlfriend broke up with me. My friends stopped wanting to hang out with me when I was learning how to become an entrepreneur. Way back, guys. This is 25-year-old Ben. I'm going to take you back to like 12, 15-year-old Ben, maybe even like 8-year-old Ben. Look, entrepreneurship was not in my blood. My dad is a retired police officer. He spent 40 years working in law enforcement. My mom was like a massage therapist, DSA test worker, social worker. The entrepreneurship thing did not exist. But what did exist is I was fascinated in so many different things. Even from a young age as a little kid, like I remember wanting to like have tons of little Hot Wheels and like organize my cars and stuff like that and have RC cars. Like I loved cars. I loved the way cars looked. I loved the way they sounded. I loved their wheels. Like it sounds strange, but I was always fascinated. I had a lot of fascination in many different things from a young age. And then I got interested in like rocks and minerals and gems and cubic zirconium and diamonds and what made gold 14 carats versus 18 carats and how white gold was formed. And I was always interested in processes, like not just understanding like, oh, cool, a square is a square, but like, why is it a square? Why does it have 4 sides? Who decided that it would be called a square? Why is it a square if it has 4 sides? Why is something that has 5 sides not called a square? Where did this come from? How come Italians don't really know Latin? And like Latin is like a root to the Italian language, but most Italians don't know Latin. And how come Sicilian is kind of a different language than actual conventional mainland Italian? Like why? I always question why? I was that kid in class that like, why? Okay, I know 2 + 2 is 4, but why? Why? Okay, Johnny had 3 apples. He ate 1. How many apples does he have? Normal people would say 2. No, Johnny still has 3 apples. 1 is just lodged in his small intestine right now. I was always that person to decipher and ask why and take things apart and look at everything and try to figure out why does this piece connect to this piece and not this piece? And if I put this piece against this piece without this piece, why is it not going to work? How does it change the system? So I was always fascinated in the process, okay? Entrepreneurship is not A to Z, skip every other level of the alphabet. It's A, B, C, D. You got to go through the whole dang thing. So I want to talk to you about how to become an entrepreneur, share with you my journey. So I grew up in Northwestern Washington in the United States, middle-class family, nothing special. Dad was always working his ass off. Mom was working to take care of me, stay at home with me usually, and make sure that I had everything. And my parents got divorced when I was 15, 16 years old. Honestly, they didn't get along very well. So for me, it was kind of, like an alleviation for me. And I felt like I had a little bit more freedom. I didn't do drugs. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I didn't have like any alcohol until I was like legally 21. And that was never important to me. I was never the partier. I was never the person that's like, hey, let's go out and party, or let's go to prom, let's go dancing, let's go to the club. I was like working on cars, or like physically doing hard labor, or stacking hay bales, or putting in fences, or rebuilding an engine, or like just learning things, figuring things out, reading, and I constantly immersed myself in it. I was the guy that was the nerd, or wasn't necessarily the most popular, didn't have the greatest fashion trends or anything like that, didn't know how to talk to girls, was awkward as heck. And I still am. Like, I'm totally awkward. I will ask you a question that most people won't ask as an intro to a conversation because I don't want to do the hey, hi, how are you? I'm awesome, fine, thank you. How about you? Thanks for asking. I'm like, yo, what's your income? How come you're not making the money that you want to make? Why do you think that is? Do you not believe in yourself? What's up? What's the problem? And most people are offended by that. But guys, it's hard. It's hard, okay? Like, one thing I want to tell you is don't expect anything to be easy. Like, anything worth having is not going to happen easy. Anything easy is false, it's fake, it's not real, it doesn't matter, it's not important. So if you can expect everything to be hard, you can never let yourself down. So when something happens to me, or something out of my control, or a problem pops up, it's not like, oh dang, that sucks, like, oh, that's unfortunate, like, okay, I guess I'll quit. It's like, great, okay, let's go, let's do it. What do we gotta take to fix it? All right, let's go, let's do it. Like, I don't take long to make hard decisions. All right, I don't take long to make hard decisions. I'm not sitting here contemplating like, teeter-totter, if I do this, jump in, do it, get it done. Because the longer you procrastinate, the longer you take to make a decision, it's not happening, okay? You're putting yourself back. It's kind of like doing free work for friends and family, right? Like, family expects you, hey, you're really good at this, can you do this for me? And like, yeah, they're family, you want to treat them good and make sure that they have success, but it's like, hey, so normally I would make $1,000 doing this for somebody else. Now I'm dedicating my time, which time is money, to do this for you for free, so I'm actually losing twice the money. Okay, I'm losing it in a time I could get paid doing it for something else, and because I'm doing it for free, I'm losing double the money. So as an entrepreneur, like, you learn all these different things, and it's no one skill. It's not like entrepreneurship is a skill. You have to know how to communicate with people. You have to know how to build rapport. You want to be able to be good at speaking. You have to look at what we call hot buttons, figuring out how somebody acts and reacts. Entrepreneurship is selling. And selling is communication. Selling is not, will you buy it today if I could make the numbers work? Is it something you want to do today? Look, I don't care if you want to be an entrepreneur in real estate. I don't care if you want to develop your own app. I don't care if you want to be the next Mark Zuckerberg, okay? I don't care if you want to be a professional athlete. I don't care if you want to do like Uber or Lyft or something like that, or Uber Eats. I don't care what it is. As an entrepreneur, you have to know how to communicate. And if it's not to a customer, to your employees, to the people you network with, to the people you associate with. Communication is probably the reason why you just got in or got out of a relationship. There was a lack of communication, a lack of trust. You didn't understand that other person's needs and wants. They didn't understand yours. Communication is like a number one thing. You got to learn to communicate. But I'm going to bring you back. So when I was 15, 16 years old, I was still in high school. Parents had just gotten divorced, and I was playing 3 sports per year, going to school, and now juggling 2 jobs. Because when my dad left, I had to figure out, and my dad's awesome. Like, my dad's a great person, really hard worker, and I have a lot of respect for him. But my dad left, and it was just my mom and I at the house. And my mom is not employed at the time. So I'm sitting here going to school, trying to figure out, like, okay, I'm going to school. I want to be doing good in school, and I'm playing these sports. I don't want to give up the sports, but also I have to do all of my dad's chores around the house. I got to help my mom out, and I got to make sure that I have money so she doesn't have to like pay for my meals or food or bills or anything like that, my gas, my car insurance, my phone. So from a young age, I just took on responsibility. And in this day and age, a lot of people, the millennials, they lack that discipline, they lack that responsibility. They'd rather go play Fortnite or Call of Duty or something like that and smoke weed. And I'm not about that. So I learned responsibility from a really young age. That's another thing, guys, is work ethic. Like, the number one thing that you want to be known for is work ethic. It's not, oh, hey, that guy's really talented. Oh my gosh, he's blessed. He has a gift. Screw the gifts. Fuck the talent. Like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I've seen a lot of talent that is lazy. Lazy talent does nothing. Okay? It does nothing. It's like having a beautiful car that's worth $200,000 and has the most powerful engine in the world and letting it sit in your garage and not driving it. Okay? Like, that's what it is. Okay? It's like staring at a girl with a big butt, and that's it. Like, that's it. It's shallow. There's nothing past it. Great. She got a big butt. Great. She looks like Nicki Minaj. What else? What else? Does she have intellect? Is she smart? Is there something compelling about her? Can she hold a conversation? Or is it like talking to a Victoria's Secret mannequin? Because they don't talk, they don't say shit, okay? They just wear bras. That's about it, okay? You're not going to get very far with that. Like, talent without work ethic behind it is nothing. So the number one character trait that you want to have is work ethic. Like, be known for your work ethic, okay? Be known for your work ethic. Like, that person works their ass off. Like, I know from a young age too, like, when I was working with kids, like, we had to partner up on a project in school, or like, we had to work or something like that. Teacher would get pissed at me, like, I don't want that guy for a partner. He's lazy. He doesn't do shit. Oh, Ben, the tension. No, like, I'm productive. I want to get the shit done, because right now, you're teaching me things that I'm not going to use anyway. Like, I don't care about irrational roots and imaginary numbers because you can't apply them in real life. Right? And then you're partnering me up with somebody that's lazy. Work ethic. Be known for your work ethic. So from a young age, I'm 16 years old. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm not telling you, go out there and get 2 jobs. I'm telling you, work ethic. Work ethic. Be obsessed with your work. Okay? You got to find something that you love doing. You got to find something that you love doing. And I didn't find that. I really didn't find that until I was 23 years old. A couple years ago. I really did not discover what is it that I love doing until I was 23 years old. Like, I didn't discover it. A lot of people don't. A lot of people still never make a decision to put themselves first. Be selfish. Put yourself first. What is it? What is it that you love doing? Like, what makes your clock tick? What makes you happy? This is the way I can put it in perspective for you guys. When I was like 10, 11 years old, I'd never been on a roller coaster. Parents took us to, took me and like a family friend to Silverwood. It's like a Six Flags park in Idaho. I'm staring up at this roller coaster called Tremors. I can hear the wood creaking. It's a wood roller coaster. I can hear the wood creaking as it's going up. And I'm like, shit, no, Nope, no dad, I'm going another way. I'm gonna go to the log ride. It looks safer, it's kind of on the ground. That's what I'm gonna go do. He's like, no, you're getting on that damn roller coaster. I'm on it, I'm like this thing, I'm like 11, I'm like the nerdy 11-year-old. I'm like, hey, that's not an isosceles triangle right there holding up that truss. And that looks like wood that's fairly aged. It's been weathered quite a bit here in northwest Idaho weather. Probably got some moss growing on it. Things are gonna break. This is not safe. I better take out an insurance policy right now. Like, I need some life. I'm calling up State Farm like, hey, I need a life insurance policy. Excuse me, how old are you? You sound like a toddler. Yes, I'm 11 and a half. The half actually counts. I'm thinking that in my head. But right when that roller coaster hit the top and started shooting down, it goes underground like 4 times, I screamed like a 4-year-old girl that had just gotten hit with a water balloon. Like, I was so excited. I was so happy. And after that, you could not get me off that roller coaster. I was smiling, like I could not get the grin off my face. I was so happy. And so anything in life, like, I relate to that. What is it as a little kid that you just freaking love doing? And remember how you felt. Remember the smile. And nothing else mattered in the world. Didn't matter who was shooting who, what drugs were being brought in here, who was raping who, and who was shooting who over here, and what gang was doing this, and all the violence in the world. Well, you were completely oblivious to it. Okay? It's important to know what's going on in the world. What I'm saying is that one thing, it was so isolated. You loved it so much that you forgot everything else existed. Like, that was life. That was your world right there. So why aren't you doing something that makes you that happy? You gotta find it. You gotta find it. Because when you start doing something, when you start learning how to become an entrepreneur, when you start doing something as an entrepreneur, building a business, real estate developing, investing in stocks, developing your own app, starting a furniture store, starting a brick and mortar, starting an e-commerce business, doing something online, it better freaking be. Do not listen to the asshole that says, it doesn't matter what you love. Yes, it does, because here's the thing. If you are motivated simply by money, it's gonna die. Because if you don't truly love it, when things get hard, when you get tested, when you come up against greater opposition than you ever have, because it will happen, because you do not love what you're doing, you will quit, you will give up, you'll lose motivation for it. So motivation must be fueled by passion. So you gotta find what it is that you love doing. You gotta find what it is that you love doing. You gotta, okay? So here I am, 16 years old. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm trying to keep, myself up above the water. I'm trying to help my mom out a little bit, and I'm trying to figure out life. I'm going through things. I'm in a relationship, girlfriend broke up with me, and then I had to see her on the bus every single day during soccer practice because she was like the sports medicine person for soccer when we were there, and that really screwed with me. And I lived with friends for like 5 months because I was like dealing with breakups and relationships. Guys, that shit's hard no matter what age you are. It's hard because you think like, that's the one, I'm gonna marry her, I'm 16, I'm gonna get married, I really love her. No, you don't understand. No, we have a prenup. Like like, you see what I mean? Like, we've been through it. We've been through it. You're going through it now. Trust me, I've been there. I understand it. And you feel like that's the only thing in the world, right? And so I'm just trying to go on. I'm trying to get by with life. I bought my own truck. I'm paying the diesel for it. I'm paying for my phone bills. I'm paying for my gas, my insurance, my food, everything, man. And I'm trying to go to school. I'm trying to be a kid, but I can't. So I had to grow up. I had to learn responsibility. That work ethic and responsibility was instilled in me from a young age. And you know what also? I strive to be the best. I strive to be the best. You cannot be average. You cannot be average as an entrepreneur. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of people. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a 7-figure earner. But they just don't get it. They just don't get it. Look, that doesn't mean anything. In order to truly make it as an entrepreneur, whatever good product or service it is that you are providing, it's got to be 10x. It's got to be 10x. If you really want to make it ahead, if you really want to succeed, if you really want to quote unquote make it, your shit has to be so much better than the competition. It can't be a little bit. You cannot think for a second, oh, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take the best guy in the industry, the best woman in the industry, and I'm just going to be 5% better. That shit doesn't cut it, my friend. It doesn't. You're going to fail if you're like that. That is the wrong mindset. You constantly be having to make sure that your good or product or service solves a problem 10 times better, 100 times better, 1,000 times better than anybody else doing it. You got to be the best of the best in the industry by miles. You've got to be a continent away from the second best competitor. You've got to be outrunning them. Great, they run a 100-meter in 10 seconds. You've got to do it in 5. Great, they're putting out a product that's changed 1,000 people's lives. Guess what? You've got to change 100,000. You've got to be 10x. And that comes down to the way you market, how you speak, how you're perceived, the content you put out, the quality of the content, the results it creates for people, the way it makes them feel, how you brand, how you follow up, how you close deals, how you communicate with people, how you show empathy, how you show understanding, how you overcome objections. Guys, 10x. So there I was, 17, 18 years old. I'm getting out of high school. I decide, you know what? I don't think I'm going to go to university because I see a big problem. Look, those people that say, I'm an entrepreneur, and they're going to get a 4-year degree, you're not an entrepreneur. You're a broke college student. That's what you are. So I said, look, I'm not going to be a broke college student because there's a big problem here. There's a big problem. We're spending $35,000 per year to go to college, get a degree. We're coming out $140,000 in student loans or scholarships or personal cash or something like that, and we're now earning $35,856 per year on average with our 4-year degree. With our 4-year degree that costs us $140,000, we're earning $35,000 per year. And then we're not told how to finance. We're not told how to save money. We're not told how to make money, save money, multiply money, and repeat it. We're not told. We're not told how to make money and keep money and multiply it. We're not told that. We're not taught how to have residual income, but we are completely bombed into having residual bills. Car payments, electricity, gas, PUD, mortgages, insurance. Guys, so here we are, a $35,000 annually paid college student, where we have a $952 a month apartment on average, a $522 car payment. We got our required car insurance. We got our phone bill. We haven't even covered gas, electrical, PUDs, utilities. We haven't covered health insurance. We haven't covered any of that. Not even food, not even water, not even clothes. And we have $308 a month left to spend. How is that success? Mediocrity is going to a school where you learn from other people that are mediocre, okay? When's the last time you had a college professor that said, hey, I want to teach you residual income 101 today? You haven't, they don't, because they don't know how to, and they can't teach it. So guys, there's a huge problem here. And I said, well, you know what? I'm not going to do that. So I tried to do the next best thing. And this is something I strongly advise for all of you entrepreneurs. I went into sales. Now, I'm not talking your little kiosk that sells T-Mobile and Verizon Wireless and stuff. I'm talking sales. I'm talking door to door. I'm talking RVs. I'm talking boats. I'm talking cars. I'm talking cutthroat sales. Go into sales. Because here's what happens when you go into sales. I'm 19. I'm walking into Jack Carroll Skagit Hyundai. Hey, I'd like to sell cars. I'd like a job. Okay, great. Fill out this application. Okay. I had long hair down to here. All right. I had long hair. And I'm like, okay, I would like this job. I really like this job. I know a lot about cars. I think I can sell them. They said, you know what? Wear a suit, come back with your haircut, and maybe we'll give you the job, okay? Never had my haircut like it had for like the last decade been like down to here below my ears. And so I buy a suit. Never worn a suit in my life. I go get a haircut. I come back. I was like, excuse me, my name's, I'm Ben. I'm here for the job. You said, if I came back, like, who are you? They didn't recognize me. Like, excuse me, like, here's an app. Fill it out. No, I filled it out yesterday. My name is Ben Oberg. I came in. You said, get a haircut, get a suit, and then you give me a job. And they were very impressed by that because they're like, okay, that's commitment. So they put me on the desk. I started learning how to do sales. I started learning how to do floor sales. I started learning how to walk out and deal with rejection. Hey, how can I help you today? Oh, we're just looking, at a car dealership. Yeah, right. It's Saturday. You got the whole family and you just hopped out of your 200,000-mile Honda Civic. It's Saturday. It's your day off and you're just looking. Like, who are we bullshitting, right? And so I started learning how to overcome objections, how to communicate with people. Being in sales, I recommend for everybody that's learning how to become an entrepreneur. Go into sales. Just learn for a few years. I'm serious, learn for a few years. Because here's what happens. Here's the psychology of a salesperson. You're new to sales. First 1, 2, 3 months, it's new, it's exciting, you love it, it's different, it's great. Okay? Earnings are high, you're starting to learn, you're starting to soak up things like a sponge. 3 to 6 months, okay, all of a sudden, earnings are going down. You're qualifying people. You're making decisions for people that they haven't even made themselves yet, and you think you know everything. You are like God's gift to sales, right? And income is down, and you're not knowing how to do things, and you're messing up, and you're screwing up. And then 6 to 9 months in, you're like thinking, hey, is this for me? Maybe I just got lucky the first 3 months. It's not working. Gosh, I think I'm going to quit. I think I'm going to go get another job. I'm going to go back to school since it didn't work the first time. And then 9 to 12 months, it's like, hey, I've come back to cycle 1. I'm now starting to get income again. I'm now starting to learn more. I now kind of understand the ropes. I'm now starting to pick up. I might be hitting the top of the leaderboard for salesman of the month or something like that. It's starting to work. But in sales, you will learn how to communicate with people, how to build rapport, how to give an excellent product presentation, how to know the product, how to follow up with people, how to understand what certain emotions mean or body languages, how to write up deals, how numbers really work, how real world numbers work in the real world. Not irrational roots and imaginary numbers that you learned in Algebra 2 or some bullshit like that, okay? You actually learn, all right? And you learn how to have a CRM, a contact relations management system, where you're logging in your clients, where you're making the calls and following up with them, sending them the emails. It is as close to having your own business without the responsibility as you're possibly going to get. 100% commission-based, 100% performance-based, 100% on you to produce. And a lot of people don't like that. If you don't like that, if you're not willing to do that, please don't start your own business, okay? Because you're going to spin your wheels, you're going to fail, you're going to not want to do it, you're going to stop. But if you could just introduce yourself to the ropes, if you could jump into sales and learn the prerequisites, learn the skills, learn what you need to do first. I spent 4 years there, guys. And I looked at the best guy and I looked at the worst guy. I sat back, I said, look, this guy's always on Facebook with his feet kicked up on the desk, and this guy's always hustling, he's always on the phone, he's always got a customer. What is it that he's doing? Fuck this guy, study this guy. And I watched him, and I watched him, and I watched him, and I watched him. And I'm 19-year-old Ben, watching. And I start looking, I see how he does that. I see he pulls the car up right behind his desk after he's gotten back from a test drive. And as his customers are filling out the credit apps, every time they look up, they gotta see that car right behind the salesman that they just got done test driving, developing mental ownership as they're writing up the deal, right? I saw these little things that he did. Okay, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna elaborate on it a little bit more. I'm gonna go even more. I'm gonna go even farther. I'm gonna do even better. 2 years in, I'm the top salesman. From year 2 to year 4, I am the top of the board every month. I'm 21 years old, making $100,000. I'm 22 years old, making $110,000. But a couple years in, I hit a point. I said, hey, I'm making somebody else wealthy. I'm not making myself wealthy. I want to start my own business. I want to do this for myself. Why am I here? And so a job that I once loved going into, I was first there, last to leave. I even copied a key to the dealership. I stole the finance guy's key, copied a key to the dealership. I was first there, last to leave. Reason being, managers and other people would show up like right on time, and I'm like, shit, no, my day has started an hour before we've opened. I want all my deals lined up. I want to know which customers I'm calling. I'm going to be the last to leave. I'm going to plan tomorrow before I've left today. I'm going to make tomorrow the most successful day, but I'm here to do things today. I'm here to make money. I'm here to sell cars. I'm here to become a better sales professional. I'm here to win. So I was first there, last to leave. But all of a sudden, I'm still doing that. I'm going through the motions, but I feel like a slave because I'm going to work every single day on my days off. First day of the month, last day of the month. And I'm thinking, gosh, it clicked in my head. This is the rat race. I'm a pawn on a chessboard. I might be a really good pawn, but I'm still a pawn nonetheless. I gotta be my own damn pawn. I gotta be the fucking king. And so I said, look, I gotta put myself in a position to win. I'm not doing that right now. I understand this. I've got a good taste of this. Look, I need to go out on my own and do something. Okay? Remember how I told you I had a fascination with cars? I really loved cars as a little kid. But I always wanted to build my own cars. Like from day one, that was, I want to build my own cars. But I didn't want to get paid $10 an hour doing it for somebody else. So that's why I went into sales. A couple years in, I'm like, man, I gotta go. I gotta do something else. And what was something that I once loved, all of a sudden became something that, man, I can't do this anymore. This is unhealthy for me. I've never been so depressed. I've never been depressed in my life. And I literally hate to wake up and go to this job. And to know that when I go home, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna sleep for a few hours, I'm gonna wake up and do it again. So I started strategically making changes. What can I do? And so I thought, as Les Brown says, do what you can, where you are with what you have. And I thought, what do I know? What can I do? I said, well, I know how to weld pretty well, and I can make things with my hands because from a young age, I had such a fascination with cars and parts and making things, right? And so with the little money that I had like $2,000, $1,500, maybe not even that, maybe like $1,000. I bought a welder and an oxyacetylene torch. I started this business right here, Vulcan Customs. It's my first business, still open today. Started it on November 7th of 2015, right? And what I was doing is I was making custom passenger backrest and custom handlebars and shift linkage for motorcycles. And I found a niche. I learned how to create my own website. Out of the inspiration of desperation, desperately wanting to get out of there, desperately wanting to leave, I acquired new skills. See, most people, when they have a comfort, when they have a fallback, a safety net, I'll quit once I have the safety net. I'll quit once I do this. I'll quit if I can get to this level. No. What you're doing is you're giving energy to plan B, to your exit strategy, instead of giving all of the focus to plan A. And plan A for me was, look, start my own business. Okay, I know how to weld, I know how to do these things, I know I've got these skills, but like, how do I get it out there? So I taught myself to build a website. I taught myself SEO. I taught myself how to rank on Google. I taught myself how to take pictures and make content. And simply out of starting this business, I had the rapport, I had the follow-up skills, I had the communication, I had some of the business and the numbers and stuff like that, but I didn't know how to trademark. I didn't know how to service mark or how to make a logo. I didn't know how to build a website. I didn't know how to SEO. I didn't really know how to market online and get out there through social media. But because I started my own business, I had to learn. So I took it upon myself to learn how to build a website, to learn Instagram, to learn Facebook, to learn social media, to learn SEO, to learn how to create content, to learn how to make cool things out of metal and start a business where I'm making cool things out of metal. And so November 7th of 2015, I start that. I remember going in January 2016 to do my tax return. He says, hey, how much money have you made? Well, I made, whatever it was, like 104 this year at the dealership, but I also started my own business. He goes, great, how much money did you make there? I said, well, I haven't made anything yet. And he took his glasses off and just looked at me like this. Like, what? Like, I just started my own business. And like, I just started my own business 3 months ago. I hadn't made a dime in 3 months. Like, it's November, no money. December, no money. January, no money, right? And so filed that return, didn't have any business income to report. But then February rolls around. And then that last week of February, all of a sudden I started getting slammed. I was just consistent every day. I put in the work. I showed up every day. Okay, I didn't make excuses. There was a point where the last 13 months of working at the dealership, I was working 63 hours there and 40 hours at home. My girlfriend, pissed. Why do you go to bed so late? You never cuddle with me. You never hang out with me. I'm obsessed about business. You know what? And bless her, she's an amazing person, but that relationship was not for me. It was not good. It was not good for my future. There was a plan in place for me. I was following, I was doing it. I was initiating. I was going through everything that I knew that I needed to do, and I was putting in the work. Okay? That relationship had to go. So we broke up. She broke up with me, and you know what? Blessed things came out of it. Amazing opportunities came out of it. And I'm sitting here working 103 hours a week. I'm going to the dealership. And then when I'm coming home, I'm first there last day. I'm there at 8:30. We open at 10. We close at 7. I'm there till 9, 10, sometimes 11. One time I left at 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. I'm pulling in 12, 13, 14-hour days. And I'm going home. I'm like eating in the shower because I'm so obsessed. I'm so obsessed with freedom, with getting out of there. Freedom is not money. Freedom is time. Freedom is time to spend money and do what you want with it. Okay? And I'm working. I'm like eating in the shower so I can have that much more time to work. I don't have furniture because I'm poor. I'm sitting on my living room floor with my broken laptop. Like I had an external keyboard because my H key didn't work and I didn't have enough money to actually buy a new keyboard. So I bought like a $20 Logitech external keyboard. And I would like type. I just type and I'd like build my website and be posting and doing as much as I can and trying to figure things out. I showed up every single day. But I'm working till 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. sometimes, and getting an hour of sleep and then going back to the dealership and working. Oh my gosh, guys. Commitment. Commitment to excellence. Commitment to success. Work ethic. Be obsessed. Expect everything to be hard. If this is what it takes, and there's people making hundreds of millions of dollars, shit, they must be working even harder than me. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going, and I gotta be resourceful. I gotta be smart about what I do. I gotta give my time to the right things. I gotta cut out things like, no, sorry, I can't hang out with you today. Oh, you wanna go grab a beer? Sorry, I can't. No, can't do it. not on the schedule. I wrote down, here's what I needed to do. I don't see that on here. I'm sorry, I can't do that. No, check back with me later. Can't do it, right? Or I'm sorry, no, I can't go on a date with you. No, I got a business to go. I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. Break up with me. I know, I'm sorry. This is what I got to do. It's not on the schedule. I didn't write that down. This is what I got to do, right? People like to label. Like, you're obsessed. You have obsessive compulsive disorder. You're OCD. You're ADHD. No. I'm addicted to success, and that's the best drug that I know. I'll inject myself with success every day. Put all the needles in me that you can. Please, put tons of needles in me. I'll take a lot of that success shit. I'll take all I can get, but I will work for it. So I did, 103 hours a week. And on February of 2016, sales started rolling in for Vulcan Customs. And I was excited. I was really excited. But then I realized something. You know what? I'm still working for somebody else. I have a business, but I'm working for my job. Like, I have a business, but I'm still a worker. Because somebody's like, hey, build this for me, and I'm like, okay, and I'm a slave to building it for them. And I love building cars, I love that, but I'm like, okay, this isn't working for me yet. I'm making $3,000-$4,000 a month gross, only making a couple $1,000s a month net. I'm like, cool, like, I have a business and it's working, but I'm a slave to it still. I have to put in the time and produce, and $2,000 a month is not enough for me to be able to survive. It's just not. So I kept going, and I got into the whole make money online thing. I'm trying to keep Vulcan Customs going, and it's flourishing today. But I'm like, man, what do I do? So I started looking at ways to make money online. Started looking at Instagram. I started looking at all these people. At the time, I saw a whole bunch of people marketing on Facebook and doing affiliate marketing and MLMs and stuff like this. And I saw all of them failing. Like, everybody spamming, posting the same shit. So I'm like, okay, do what I did in the car business. Pick the best guy, do what he's doing, but do it better. Look at the worst guy, don't do what they're doing. Okay, everybody on Facebook, I'm gonna go over to Instagram. I'm gonna figure it out, I'm gonna master the platform. So I spend the next 10, 12 months trying to figure out Instagram. It's August of 2016. I figured out how to grow an Instagram account to 18,000 followers, all right? Somebody hits me up, hey, how much for a shout out? I didn't know what a shout out was. They're like, you post my picture on your account, tell people to go follow me. I'm like, oh, yeah, $35. He's like, 25. I was like, 27. He's like, done. That was the first time where I'd ever truly made money online, right? That was August of 2016. September, October, November goes by. I'm at the point where I'm talking to everybody, hey, I'd really like to quit my job. What do you think? What do you think? Hey, be content, be normal, be happy. You don't have enough life experience yet. You should just be content. Keep working. No, you haven't made it yet. No, that's stupid. That's dumb. Keep working at your job. Parents, everything. I'm in tears. I don't know what to do. Getting ridiculed at work. Shit. I just want to succeed, and I'm getting made fun of for it. I'm getting ridiculed for it. November 4th, 2016, I quit. I don't have money in the bank. I don't have savings. I don't have a safety net. I have a plan A. I don't have a B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. I don't have any other letters in the alphabet. But do what you can where you are with what you have. When your back's against the wall, it's do or die, sink or swim. I put myself in the position where I had to rely on skills, talents, and abilities that I already had. They were just dormant. See, when you have a safety net, you don't have to truly rely on them. You might have them. You might use them a little bit. But do you have to rely on them? Do you have to develop them to their full potential? Do you have to use every bit of strength and energy that you have inside you? No, you don't. But I had to. Because I had $5,000 a month in bills, and that's all the motivation I needed. I had 2 car payments, a mortgage, 2 dogs to take care of. Like, I had stuff I had to produce for it. And so I sat there. I made the commitment to never working for anybody else ever again. Never filling out a job application. Never even a certificate or a degree. I still don't. Never went to college. And I made $12,753 that first month. Second month, I made $22,000. Third month, PayPal shut me down and said, hey, you must be scamming people. You're doing something weird. PayPal shuts a lot of people down. I hope they go out of business. Oh my gosh. First hurdle, great. I'm succeeding. I'm finally making it. I'm the most honest business owner, worker, person that you'll ever meet. Like, I believe in providing people value. I believe in follow-up. I believe in keeping promises. I believe in saying I'm going to do something and following up with it and following through with it. I believe in saying I'll be there at 9 and showing up at 8:45. Sorry, I'm 15 minutes early. Hope that's okay. I believe in holding people accountable because I can be held accountable. And for this, I'm making money. I'm getting paid what I'm worth because I'm putting in the effort, because I hustled. You're worth what you get paid. Okay? If you're flipping burgers at McDonald's getting $8 an hour, it's because you've decided that that's the level you're at. If you're getting paid $1,000 for selling courses, you're worth $1,000. If you're getting paid $10,000 for selling courses, it's probably because of what has happened, what you've done, the brand you've built to that point, how your marketing has been able to allow your perceived value to be worth $10,000 per customer. And so here I am, having a very strong perceived value. I'm starting to get out there, make headway. PayPal says, nope, we're keeping your money for 180 days. Mortgage payment bounces. Christmas, I have $14 in my bank account. Can't get paid. This was a couple years ago. And I'm just trying to figure it out. Had to go through merchant accounts. Had to go through 30, 40 different merchant accounts. Stripe, Payza, Payoneer, Square, all shut me down. Cannot figure out how to get paid. I'm just trying to make it. I start taking payments in cryptocurrency. I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to make it. 2017 comes in the door. I've skipped on my mortgage. I'm late on it. Not on purpose, but because I couldn't get paid. All right? Friends, hey, what do? You don't hang out with us anymore. What's up? You don't care about us? People, what do you even do? Like, is it even real work? Like, are you even working hard? What? So much sacrifice. I'm putting in the time. I'm putting in the effort. I'm alone. I don't have friends. People aren't talking to me. I don't get to hang out. I wake up, I go to the gym, I work for 12, 13, 14, 15 hours until whenever I'm done. I go to bed, I do the same thing every single day. I'm lonely. I don't get to talk to people. I try to talk to people if I can, and nobody wants to hang out, or nobody gets me. Nobody understands. I seem like a successful person that's making it, but really outside of work, I have nothing. It's lonely. Entrepreneurship is going to be lonely. It's going to be lonely. It's going to be lonely. People aren't going to believe in you. People aren't going to understand your vision. And they don't have to. They don't have to. You don't have to look for validation from other people. Just know yourself. That dream, that goal that you have, it's very real, and it will happen. You will put it into fruition if you keep doing it, if you keep taking the steps every single day. You've heard this before. Like, please believe all the people saying that, because it's true. They don't just say that, I'm going to make a motivational video because I'm good at communicating, I'm going to convince people they can do anything. You put in the work, you will get it. The person that works the hardest for the longest and the smartest wins. The person working the hardest, the longest, the smartest in your industry is the one that wins. Guys, I put in the work. I was grinding. 2017 was an awesome year. I had the opportunity to speak at Ty Lopez's house. I think a month after that, I had the opportunity to speak on the same stage as Gary Vaynerchuk at an event in New Orleans. It was amazing. A little bit later than that, I had the opportunity to speak at a cryptocurrency event in North Carolina, and that was amazing. Helped several people be able to quit their jobs in 2017. 2018 rolled around, and I'm sitting here making $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 a month, and I'm just figuring out how to grow more. I invested. I lost $30,000. Didn't get a return at all. Got scammed. My gosh, opposition, guys. People not believing me. Trying to work with people, they end up being unreliable. Oh my gosh, you're going to have so much opposition. Expect everything to be hard, and please be in a constant state of growth. That is what it takes if you want to learn how to become an entrepreneur. That is what it takes, guys. You've got to expect everything to be hard, because it will be. It hands down will be. And you got to keep going. And the only way you're going to keep going is if you find that passion and you follow it. You become the leader of it. You go after the passion, because if you do not do something, you've got to get paid to do what you love. Because guess what? The average person spends 72% of their conscious time, in other words, the time when they're awake, 72% of it is spent at a job. So you better freaking love it. And if you don't love your job, if you don't absolutely 100% love everything about your job, it's not worth doing, guys. So you got to do something that you're passionate about, because through thick and thin, passion never dies. And when motivation is fueled by passion, it will never die. But when it's fueled by greed, money, lust, anything else, it will always die. Money is not the goal. Freedom is the goal. And how you get to it is the consistent pursuance of doing something that you are passionate about. That's how you get to it, guys. My name is Ben Oberg. I'm the CEO of Millionaire Mafia. I hope that you loved this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. Please drop a comment. Let me know what your most favorite part about this video is, if you picked up anything valuable to it. And if you're brand new, make sure to hit that notification bell so you stay notified. And please check out the description. I have a bunch of resources for you, some other things that can help you get started when you're learning how to become an entrepreneur, how to help you grow, how to help you succeed, guys. So please read that description. That way you can join our Facebook group, get access to all the resources that we have for you guys. I'm here to help you succeed, and I want you to succeed. And I can promise you that if you put in the work, if you show up every day, if you're the hardest worker in the room, if you're the hardest worker that you know, and if you consistently put in the effort every single day, you will succeed. But you have to be willing to do what it takes. Once again, Ben Oberg here from Millionaire Mafia. Make sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment, tap that notification bell. Check out the description because we've got some great resources for you. And I will see you in the next video.